Look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash.
Saquon Barkley, welcome.
In East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Bortles now on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now Bortles on the bootleg. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Paul bringing it in. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Bortles going to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Set to take the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. He'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And it's a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. He'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Now back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to try and throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dewan Smoot. He's the one that got to him. And New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dante Fowler in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Looking to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. They'll look to throw here. Going for it all. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas True Blue on the extra point. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 77 yards. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Niles Paul, his first touchdown. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to shake him off. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
He'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. First throw now for the backup Manning. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Manning. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Bortles now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls game. And certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, no credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Bortles. That's to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And New York set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's a great example of why you don't just make a blanket statement about any player. And we talk about running backs when they're over 30. We don't expect big runs anymore. Looks like there's still life in his legs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, look at 56. Look.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll drop to throw. He sets, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys are going to take over at the...
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Giants go on.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Being chased out left. Now the ball comes loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
And with that kind of a deficit,
and partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
it is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a